Are you ready, Ninja Babe? Ready to face your fears, to ignite your passions and break through your limitations? Are you ready to get out of your comfort zone and go after your dreams with unstoppable force? It's happening here on the Ninjababes podcast, the place where women spill it all about self-confidence, courage, and body image. This is where we show our strength. This is the sisterhood where girls gather to empower themselves and each other. Get ready to get rocked, because this is where you come to be encouraged and be transformed in order to live out your full potential. Be proud of yourself, Ninja Babe. Now let's get after it. Hey, Ninja Babes. Welcome to the Ninjababes podcast. Today, I'm here with two amazing women, Megan Debora and Melissa Rogers. They are two moms, two business owners from the Chicago area, and they're both in their 40s, and they are so excited to share with us today about Lil Beast Ninjas, and I cannot wait to hear all about it. How are you ladies doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you're here. And I love talking to business owners, to moms, to Ninja Babes in general, but I feel like today you ladies like check off so many of my boxes. Like
Oh, so sweet of you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I love hearing the mom perspective, especially because I feel like you're able to balance and juggle so many things, which I'm sure at times feels very difficult, but I'm always really impressed. And so the fact that you're business owners, moms, ninjas, like to me, that's amazing.
Yeah, some days it's harder than others, but
we're doing our best. That could not be more true.
So do you have kids that are also ninjas?
So when I started Ninja, actually, so I'm Megan, by the way. When I started, I actually brought my whole family into the Ninja gym to do a class. And really my youngest is the one that took Ninja to heart, but he's also one that loves every single sport. So he does Ninja still here and there, but not as many competitions as he used to.
Mm-hmm. And I have two children, and both of them are ninjas, and I'm sure we'll get into a little bit more of this later, but they are the reason that I got into Ninja, which I know for a lot of parents, that's kind of their entry. And they both train at our Ninja gym, and we get to train together, and they are both on our elite team at our gym that we train at. So we get to do that together.
And which gym is that you train at?
At Ultimate Ninjas in Naperville, Illinois. Megan and I are both ninja coaches there. We coach kids' classes, and that's also where we train as well.
Awesome. That's really cool. So one of you has also competed on the TV show on American Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
Who are you? Disclose yourself.
Oh my gosh. I am Megan. My name is Megan Debora. I am a 45-year-old mom of 4 kids, and I was super excited to get the call last year. It was a long time coming. I was training for 4 years. I course tested a couple different seasons, and I submitted for the show. It was my 3rd time submitting, and when I got that call, it was actually the final day that they were making calls. So I kind of went into the gym feeling like it was, a no-go. And then I was coaching, and then I went in the coach's room after coaching kids classes and saw the message on my phone. So I went crazy. So I got to compete for American Ninja Warrior season 11 in Cincinnati, and it was just such a blast to be part of it. It was such an awesome opportunity. And I'm really hoping for another shot this year. I didn't do as well as I'd hope, but I'm sure, that's how a lot of ninjas feel their first season. So hoping for the best for ANW 12.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking forward to all that this season. And that's awesome. Your first year out, definitely, like you said, it can be like a thrill of, wow, this is like better than I expected it to go, or it can still be like a thrilling experience, but like leave you disappointed with how you did on the course. And so it's like either way, like you learn so much from being there, and it's like really exciting, and it's just like an incredible experience. But I know the first year can be like, like I'm not sure how it's going to go. So kudos for getting out there and applying again this season. So
yeah, it was really, really fun.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to add something that I am really proud of Megan about, because it didn't, of course, you have these goals, and I know she is such a strong ninja, and it didn't go the way she hoped. And I remember one of her children, her daughter, asked her after the show was done, Megan, she said, "Are you going to do that again, Mom?" And Megan said, "Yeah, I'm going to apply again, and I'm not going to let that stop me, and I'm not going to give up." And that has stuck with me, because obviously that's a great thing she's teaching her kids right there, just because you have a goal. And she reached that goal, but she didn't get the result she wanted. And that is such an awesome thing that she can show her kids that she's not given up.
Yeah. Actually, one of my kiddos, when I thought I didn't get the call last season, I remember he was in the car, and it was that night that I got the call. It was during that day. He said, "Mom, are you going to keep applying until you're like 80?" And I said, "Yep, I am. I'm just going to keep applying until they get really sick of me."
That's great.
Oh, man. They must have been so excited to hear that you actually got the call then last year.
Oh, my God. Yes, it was really cool.
Yeah. So what did both of you do before Ninja? Because obviously Ninja like changes everyone's lives. So what did you do before Ninja?
I guess as far as day job, my background was in sales and human resources and recruiting. And I actually ended up leaving my day job before kids. My husband and I got married, and we moved abroad for a bit. And so I got to tag along and follow in his dream. And actually, while we were living abroad, I did a yoga teacher certification. That was something that I was passionate about. My background is also in dance too. I was a dancer through college. I danced on my Big Ten college dance team. And I think I just was always trying to find something to fill that void after I graduated from college. And so the next passion for me was yoga. So I became a yoga teacher. But ever since I started teaching yoga, I really had a passion for how I could translate that into kids. And so, everybody does kids yoga these days, but about 12 years ago, kids yoga really wasn't a thing. And that was something that I was drawn to, but like everybody has ideas, and I just didn't act on it. And, so I did a little bit of coaching of dance team and trying to find my thing. And for me, as I said earlier, my kids were the one that introduced me to this. And it was I don't know why, it just kind of fell into place. Like before I ever even touched anything or touched an obstacle, I just knew that was something that I wanted to do. And I know we can all relate the first time we walk into a ninja gym, it's so intimidating and it's so scary. But I just felt like it was something that I wanted to conquer.
Yeah, that's like really beautiful. I love hearing that story. I always love hearing people's ninja origins, and I just think it's like magical. So
Yeah. Yep. It was my kids. It was watching the show, and they're like, "Mom, I want to do that." And we found out that the gym was opening here, and I searched every email. I called everything I could to get a hold of the people who were opening the gym. And I somehow got an email to Jesse Lebrecht, and I said, I want to work there. And so actually Megan and I were one of the first couple people hired at the gym, and which is where we met.
Yes. And my background, I worked as an elementary teacher before having children of my own. I think I mentioned it, 4 kiddos. So, and my oldest is 16. So it's just like so crazy that she's getting to the point where she's starting to think about, going into college and choosing her career. And so, Melissa and I have had this conversation about how, your career can change. So anything can happen. Just got to roll with it.
Absolutely.
But I've always loved working with kids. I also coached, my background was cheerleading and tumbling growing up. I cheered through college. So that's something that Melissa and I also have in common. I cheered at University of Iowa. I continued to coach all-star cheerleading while I was teaching. And then after I got out of teaching, when I started having my own kids and got really into fitness and nutrition and personal training, group fitness. But of course, it always went back to coaching kids. So I was doing CrossFit for many years. And so I started coaching a kids ninja class at a CrossFit gym. That was when there were hardly any ninja gyms in the area. And then my husband built a few obstacles in our garage, but it was really cool at the time when he built it. But now when you see, most people's houses, what they've built, it's not quite as elaborate as what you see, on American Ninja Warrior Jr. and everything. But built a lot of obstacles, and I ended up doing kids ninja classes out of my garage before Ultimate Ninjas in Naperville opened its doors. And I mean, I was contacting them right away before they even built it. And I'm like, I want to work there. I want to coach. This is what I'm doing. So, yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been a better ending because, that's where Melissa and I met and created this awesome business of ours.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know the Naperville gym has such like an incredible family there. I always hear great things about it. And, I've talked to other kids who are part of the crew over there too. So that's awesome. I feel like it's like family talking to you guys.
Oh my gosh. We are so lucky to have, Jessie Lebrecq as our manager, and, we get to train with her, we get to coach with her, and she's just, I'm sure you've talked to her and met her, and she's just one of the sweetest and strongest ninjas around. So we are very blessed.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I know we have so many people that we get to train with and learn with. And for me, being newer, when the gym opened, I was an absolute rookie. And, I was intimidated at first, and I know everybody feels this way when they find their community, whether it's ninja or whatever it is. It's about finding your community. And this community here is so welcoming, and everybody fails at things. And it's just, you don't have to feel intimidated in this space. And, over the last couple of years, the tribe that we have built has been amazing, of all of these people who support each other. And we're all at different levels, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely. I want to, in a minute, get into this amazing thing that you guys have created together. But before we jump into that, where do you feel like your fitness background has now lended to ninja? You mentioned that you're both involved with cheer. Do you feel like you look back to your cheer days at all and like can see how it's benefiting you now in the world of ninja?
Absolutely. I will correct you. My background is in dance.
Okay.
So it's okay. I was a collegiate dancer and Megan was a collegiate cheerleader, but that's what was so fun, that we had that commonality. Okay. But anything, it's, at that high level, both of us were at that high level and competing and working towards those goals. And, what we did was more of a team sport, and this is individual, but, learning what was instilled in us of being able to compete and do that through college. I mean, it absolutely ingrained in both of us. Obviously, we both were trying to find something to fill for so long. That was, it was a hole for me that I needed something, and ninja was the thing that I found to fill that hole that I had for so long.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think that's one of the hardest things, like going from college, practicing cheer every day. I was really into tumbling and stunting, were like the big part of cheer that I loved. So, there were some dancers in our group, but I was the one that loved to just fly. And it's so similar to ninja, doing those big moves and flying and getting that same feeling. It was the perfect thing for me. And having the background in it, we both have good body awareness, and that has helped with our ninja skills. And just having those little goals that we want to work on. And, you go to the gym and you're like, I've never tried this and I want to get this. And, there's always something else to push you. And that is, even this morning we were at the gym and, both of us tried a new skill that we hadn't tried before. And it was pretty cool to kind of get the hang of it.
Absolutely.
The National Ninja League World Championships will be here before you know it. Are you ready? Do you feel like you're sleeping enough, training how you want to, getting enough nutrition and eating well? All these things we know are so important when you're getting ready for competition. Well, if you feel like you're lacking in any of those areas, our sponsors can help you out. Propello Life makes whey, vegan, proteins. They make amino acids, electrolytes, everything that you need to fuel your workout and to feel great. So if you feel like your training has gotten to that place where you're always training in the evenings and you don't feel pumped up and ready, they've got some all-natural energy and focus blends that can give you that pre-workout punch that you need without taking in weird chemicals and additives that you feel sketchy about. They've also got great amino acids and electrolyte blends that I drink every day, whether I'm working out or not that day, because I know that I need my body to be refueled and recovered and have the balance that it needs in order to then take on a workout the next day strong. So whether you're in the midst of your workout or you're recovering after it, Propello Life has got everything you need to work out well and to fuel your training. So at propellolife.com, you can use code Ninjababes, all caps, for 10% off your order, and you'll be supporting the Ninjababes podcast. Our second sponsor, Sleepovation, has been a huge supporter of Ninjas for over a year now, and everyone at Sleepovation wants to know that you're sleeping the best that you can be. So if you need a new mattress or a new pillow, check it out on sleepovation.com. Their unique technology is going to allow you to sleep better and recover more optimally. And we all know as athletes, we need that. We need to know that we've slept the best that we can and the next day we're ready to crush it. When you make a purchase from Sleepovation, you will not only be getting a life-changing bed, but you will also be supporting the Ninjababes podcast and all of the workshops and events that we put on. So head on over to sleepovation.com and use code Ninjababes, all caps, for 28% off your total purchase. And don't forget, all of the links of websites that we're talking about today can all be found in the show notes of this episode. So whether you're looking for links to the National Ninja League's homepage, Sleepovation, Propello Life, check it all out in the show notes at the bottom of this page. What can you tell me now about what you two have created together? What is it? And tell me everything.
Well, I'll start with saying obviously, as I said before, we met because we were coaching together at the gym. And we both, because we're moms, we always say we're the two resident mom coaches at our gym. And we really started seeing at our gym, you have to be 6 years old in order to enroll in ninja classes. And there were so many kids who would tag along with their older siblings, and they were waiting to be 6. We have a huge wait list at our gym of so many kids that want to do ninja. And there were so many little kids, we could see them on the sidelines just waiting and chomping at the bit. And we started talking about this, and we're like, gosh, there is such an opportunity to extend this to younger kids. But we have this incredible gym that has warp walls and all of these equipment that is definitely geared toward older kids. I mean, there's a reason why you need to be 6. And, we talked about, I wonder if there'd be time for, us to lead some preschool classes in downtime at the gym. And I remember one day we were talking about this over the course of a few weeks. And then one day Megan called me and she's like, why are we looking to do this somewhere else? I think we can do this ourselves. And that's when that conversation started, and it actually developed very quickly in the course of a couple of weeks. And then we had a business.
Oh my gosh. I just remember, we planned our first business meeting to talk about this idea the first day that the kids started school.
Yep, right after drop off.
So it was like, all right, the kids are, summer had just ended. The kids are back in school. We're like, okay, we're going to meet about this. In that meeting, and we even took a picture that day, and I'm so happy we did. And we still have our little scratch pad of notes. But in that meeting, we came up with a name. We came up with a logo idea. The ball was rolling, and it was fast. And we were reaching out to people who we knew that could help us. And that was a huge part too. Thankfully, I already had a lot of the equipment because I was doing Kid Ninja classes in my garage. So we had, a starting point of equipment at least. We did have to purchase a few more things. A big purchase for us was our portable pull-up bar, which is so much fun for the kids because they can work on grip. But also, we had friends that believed in us and believed in our idea. And actually, the very first preschool we went into, we had the connection from our good friend who works out at the gym, American Ninja Warrior, Jimmy Choi, gave us this connection to this one preschool that his kids had gone to. And that first meeting with that preschool director went so well. She believed in us. We were just brand new with our idea. We had to get our business license, our insurance, everything. And it just, it all fell into place, and we were so proud of ourselves.
I think we got our insurance like that day, right before we walked into that meeting. It was,
oh my gosh. Oh, we got our shirts made that day. Yeah. Remember?
We had a logo, so we had a business. Yeah, I was just going to say, so our focus is 3 to 5 year olds, and we are a mobile business. So we go into preschools, and we are what's considered an enrichment program in preschool. So it's a voluntary program that parents can choose for their children to do during the school day. And so we take those big ideas and skills from Ninja Warrior, and we bring it down to their level, down to the fundamentals. So we work on strength, agility, coordination, and balance. And so we bring tons of different obstacles every day, and they're working on balancing, hanging, jumping, and climbing. And so those are the things that we work on. We obviously don't come into a class with a warp wall, but there are tons of ways that we can teach those beginning fundamentals and, hand-eye coordination and all of those things that, are applicable for so many skills. And the other thing that I love about our program, and this has just been like through us and trial and error and what works, is we teach our kiddos exercises every day in class, but we teach them in a way that is at their level. So when we teach them how to do push-ups, we're not just teaching them how to push up. We call it wake up tummy. They lay down and we talk about how their tummy's sleeping and how they have to wake up their tummy, and they love that stuff. And it's all like what, has worked. And when we teach squats, they sit in an invisible chair and we talk about what color our invisible chair is today. And they love to share those things. And the things that has been so rewarding for us is when we get new students, we'll get these amazing emails from parents like all the time that will say like, my kid is coming home and teaching me how to do squats. We're doing burpees together. And that is exactly what we are, as part of our mission with this company is, yes, it's ninja. And you could say it's a buzzword right now. And yes, we're teaching that, but we're also teaching these things that they can bring home and show their families so that they can do that together. And hopefully that instills those habits young, so that they can grow up knowing that that's important, but also know that it's fun.
And I'd like to add to that. We're also building their self-confidence. Sometimes we have some of our obstacles are pretty challenging for them, or even some of our exercises, like, can you stand on this balance pod? Can you stand on it with on one foot? And, I had a little girl just this week say, no, I can't do it. And I said, just give it a try. And all of a sudden, the look on her face when she did it was just, it was just amazing. So we're building those skills to help them learn to fail and exceed and push themselves a little bit more. We're starting them at such a young age, and that's something they can carry through for their entire life.
Absolutely. And, also too, is we all know that, ninja is an individual sport, but we have a very big focus in teaching our kids. And we always tell them that our favorite part about being a ninja is that ninjas cheer for each other and ninjas support each other. And so when they are in class and they are watching somebody do something, and we talk about how it makes us feel if somebody tells us we did a good job because we succeeded at something. And so even though these are individual goals that they each have, they're cheering for each other, they're giving each other high fives. And as we know as adults, that's what we love about Ninja, and that's what we love about our community. And so that's something we love being able to show them too and see them support each other.
Definitely. I love everything about that. It sounds so exciting. And I have a couple questions now. Like, is the programming that you do, are you seeing these same group of kids on a regular basis, or are these like one-time assemblies?
So we have our preschool classes are weekly classes. So they sign up and then we meet with them. So if their class is on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, so we meet with them weekly. They're 30-minute classes because, for this age group, it's that's their attention span, and we can bring them right back to their teacher. we get them all worn out and we bring them back. And so we meet with them weekly. And then we also have an elementary school after school enrichment that we have as well. So right now we're in 10 schools, and we even hired on some extra coaches. So we were so lucky to find coaches who were, had the same mindset as us. And the way that we developed our program was, we want to make sure we find people who are passionate about this as we are, because I think that's what makes our program so successful.
Absolutely. And I think, and like Megan said, we are so lucky with the people that we've added onto our team, and everybody has a little bit of a different background, but we are all passionate about whether it's Ninja or CrossFit or whatever our own fitness journey is, but we all have our own journey, but then we all love kids and we all love teaching kids. So we don't just teach a kids ninja class. We are leading by example because we have our own goals. And I think that translates into what we're teaching them.
What do you think your goals are for the future as this continues to grow? Because you said this business is only about 1.5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're so excited of how fast it has grown, but we are trying to keep it, we're growing at a good pace. So that way, we don't want to take on too many new things at once because then we don't want to let go of what we've already created. So I think we're keeping it at a very good pace and we're really hoping, we have some interest in growing outside of our area. So different cities, different states. Melissa can expand on that.
Yeah, we've had several people reach out to us. We love, actually, I do our social media and I always love posting pictures and videos of our cute little exercises and things we're doing in class. And just through that and people kind of getting a little peek into a window of a day in the life, we've had people say, if you are ever out this way, if you ever expand this way, I would love to do it. And we kind of feel like we're ready. We're at that point. We've spent 1.5 years figuring out, you could say this is a simple business, but it's a business and we are first-time business owners and we had to learn everything. We had to go through the logo creation, the marketing, the advertising, all of the legal things involved, everything of having a business. And so I feel like we're ready to share this. And the amazing thing is we have had several women, and actually doesn't have to be women. We actually have a male coach as well, but we've had several people from different states who have sent us messages like, this is amazing. I would love to do this. And so that's what we're exploring right now of how this works and how we grow it. We feel like we have a formula down and we're looking forward to bringing this to other places, to other cities and other states.
And back on the question about our weekly classes, I forgot to mention we do also do special events and birthday parties. So we actually just did a birthday party yesterday. That was so much fun. We have a partnership with a business in our area. It's Gigi's Playhouse, and it is a center for individuals with Down syndrome. And we have partnered with them, and we offer classes for them for the individuals that go there, and they allow us to use their space for birthday parties as well. So that works out really nice, especially in the winter months when we can't be outside.
Yeah, definitely. That's so interesting too, because I was just last week on the podcast interviewed Tegan Roble.
I saw that. That's awesome.
Yes, we saw that.
Yeah, from Adaptive Ninja. So it's really cool. I was, while you were talking, I was just thinking a lot about just the possible, partnership or crossover in the future, and just seeing how your programs could help one another. I'd love this, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we started this partnership with Gigi's, and actually it started because a friend of mine is on the board here. I don't know if you've ever heard of Gigi's Playhouse before, but it's a franchise around the country. And it was started, there is a girl named Gigi who her mom felt like she didn't have a place for her. And so her mom created this. And like Megan said, it's a community center for children with Down syndrome, but they also, it's for everything. They have, classes and tutoring and everything. And it's a place that they can call home. And a friend of mine is on the board there, and that's where this partnership started. But, she had shared with me when we were talking about this, how individuals with Down syndrome, one thing that's kind of a common thing is they really lack a lot of core strength. And so this is perfect for that. And there are a lot of different activities that it's good to focus on that with them to make sure that they continue to develop that. And so we love to be able to do classes there when we can and get them excited about being a ninja too.
Definitely. How do you feel like everything with Ninja and what you've started with Little Beast Ninjas, how do you feel like it's helped you become a stronger and more confident woman?
Well, I think as I said a couple of minutes ago, I guess let me back up too, is before we started, Meg and I have talked about this before about how life can come in so many different chapters. And we both had, our quote unquote professional jobs before. And then we both were moms. And when my youngest went to kindergarten, so my kids right now are in 3rd and 4th grade. I have 2. And I was trying to think what, that question that happens to so many moms, what do I do next? What am I going to do with myself? What is my value? And I had the luxury that I was able to take some time, and I know not everyone has that luxury, but I made a decision that I was going to spend some time just looking for things that I was interested in and passionate about. So I had a couple just little part-time jobs and just trying to figure out what, ignited me. And I know this is such a saying, but it is so true that I found something that got me excited as a hobby. And then that hobby became my passion. And then that passion became my business. And if you would have told me 3 years ago that I was going to be a ninja coach and a business owner of a ninja program, I would have thought you were crazy. I mean, I didn't even know anything about ninja a few years ago. And I'm so glad that I had that opportunity to be able to find what my passion was and that I was able to start a new chapter, because it didn't have to just be going back to an old job. And I got to have a new chapter of something I would have never have thought possible. And I would say, as far as other people in that position, I love that I get to show my kids. They come along with us to events, and I love that they get to see us building this business, and it doesn't have to be a 9-to-5 job, and we're creating it to what we want it to be.
Yeah. I think it is so awesome for us as moms to show our kids that we can create the business that we want. And we've created it so that way we can also be good moms too and be there for our kids. So bringing in Ninja to preschools, we get to work when our kids are at school. So we're, trying not to take time away from our families. And when we do have events, when our kids are around, like Melissa said, we can bring our kids along. And it's great to show them, that we've created this. We found something that we love, and we created a business out of it. I had thought about going back into teaching. My husband actually went into teaching when I stopped teaching. So he's in the school district. And I started substitute teaching, and I only subbed a couple times. But when I did, I was kind of like, I really want to do push-ups with these kids. I really don't want to do math. I don't really want to do reading. Like, I was just like, my interest just completely changed. I loved it when I was in it, when I was a teacher, but I'm so much more interested in health and fitness that's what I want to do with kids. And it's just, so we're very lucky that we were able to create this, and it worked.
Yeah, I'm inspired. I love it. Like I said in the beginning, I love hearing stories of women who, you raise your family, you still have your kids, you still have responsibilities, but you're able to go after your own passions as well, and then use that to show your kids, look at what I've accomplished, but look at, I had a goal, I went after it, I'm doing it. I think it's so valuable to be able to show.
Yeah. And the fact that your career can change.
And it's never too late. Yeah, I remember, and I know so many moms can relate to this who stayed at home. This was looming over me, this date of when I then was going to have, I guess, my new freedom. But it was so scary because I'd focused on something for so long, and then you need to find a new identity. And I am so glad that instead of jumping into something that I didn't like, that I was able to find something that I was passionate about. So it is never too late to do that.
Definitely. Is there anything else that you would want to share with other women in general, just an encouragement or anything else that you've learned?
Yeah, when we talked about finding our tribe, and this is something that has just kind of happened in the last several months, that we have a group of course, there's tons of people we work out with, and everybody is so supportive. And this started as kind of a little silly joke that on Fridays, when we would go to class, there's a group of us that would take class on Fridays. And we just started with, it was called Fancy Pants Fridays. And so when we came to class on Fridays, everybody would just, wear their crazy pants. And it went from that to, we had a competition coming up, I think, and somebody decided we needed to get shirts made. And so we came up with a logo and a hashtag. And so we all have these matching, there's 5 of us. We are all moms, and we all train together at our gym. And all of us on the front of our shirts say tough as a mother. And then our hashtag is hashtag fancy pants. And it has just become, we joke how it's become like a movement. We joke about this all the time.
Well, we told Sandy Zimmerman it has become a movement. So when we saw her, we got to meet Sandy Zimmerman at the UNX competition at our gym, and
which she is like our major our crush for all of us. Like we were so excited to meet her.
Oh my gosh, she's so amazing. I mean, she's so inspiring. And she was so excited about it. And she said, oh my gosh, I want one of those shirts. And I'm going to bring this to my students. And we want to participate in this, Fancy Pants Friday. So now, we,
Okay.
we call it, it's becoming a movement. So, I mean, if you want to join, Fancy Pants Friday.
But it just further cemented like our tribe of women. And it honestly, in making these little shirts in the last like 5 months, like I feel like we have become a family and we all have different careers, but we all have this thing in common. And I love these ladies so much. And we're all in different levels in our ninja career, but they are our tribe. And it's been so awesome to see other people getting in on the action. And it's just like such a cool community.
Okay, I definitely saw that shirt. Did someone just post it recently?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I remember
when we've been competing, we will wear that tank together. So actually, there's been a couple Athlete Warrior Games competitions where three out of the 5 of us had a master's podium sweep, and we all had on those tank tops. And it was so awesome to be on the podium with our Tough as a Mother tank tops together. And oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Well, and we're pretty lucky that one of our Team Fancy Pants girls is a photographer, and she is amazing. And she actually just did a really sweet composite of our crew looking super
we should
tough.
Post that on our page.
You may have seen that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, you may have, because you may follow her. She does a lot of photography for the UNX competitions, and
yeah, Katie Zimmerman.
Yeah.
So Katie is one of our crew, and so she just did this unbelievable photo shoot, and I think she just posted on her Instagram page the other day.
She would be a good one for one of your podcasts coming up. Just saying.
Ooh, I always love recommendations.
Just saying.
Yeah, she's an incredible photographer, and she really is doing an amazing job of moving into the space of ninja photography, and she has such an eye. And yeah, check out her Instagram page because she has done some incredible photo sessions for Megan and I as well. And yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, I've already stalked her photo page because
oh, nice.
all of your photos that you had for Little Beast Ninjas were taken by her, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I think those are amazing. And I've already been like thinking like, how can I plot to ask her to come here and take Ninjababes photos?
Oh, she would love it. Yes, definitely do it.
She would. Absolutely. They're incredible. Yeah, she's done them for several ninjas around here. So that would be awesome.
That's so cool. Love it.
Yes. But yeah, so I mean, this crew, our little tribe, I mean, we're all, like I said, I mean, Megan and I obviously are, coaches and business owners. Katie's a photographer. We have a librarian, a nurse, and a project manager. I mean, we all do different things, but we've kind of created this little family. And I mean, and anybody is welcome into this. We're not exclusive, but you can apply. We can accept you. But it's just been such a great way. It's very empowering to know that we are all in our late 30s and 40s. I mean, I didn't become a ninja till I was 41. That's a little late in the game, but we're all in that same boat. And just having those people to support you has been so fun.
Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up, or like events or anything that you'd want to share about?
We forgot to mention the support that we've had from so many people, not only from the gym, but from our friends as well. But our boss of Ultimate Ninjas, the creator of Ultimate Ninjas, Jeff Pyjak, and his wife Jackie, they have been so supportive in our business. And actually, before we created our business, we reached out to them to share what we had in mind. And because we didn't want to step on any toes, and we wanted to make sure, they knew our intentions and how, we absolutely love the gym and we wanted to continue coaching at the gym. And we wanted to share that, the business we were creating was different and it was reaching a different, age group, and actually
a partnership, really.
Right. And it's been, I mean, they have been so supportive of us. So we are very appreciative.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you share with us what are all your contacts on social media? Like, where can people find you?
On Instagram, so our business name is Little Beast Ninjas, but it's LIL, Little Beast Ninjas. And so that is our handle on Instagram, and same way to find us on Facebook. And if you ever want to smile to your day, we post a lot of pictures and videos of our classes and a lot of fun moments of our kiddos, reaching goals and having fun. And I feel like they're a nice little brighten to your day too. So you give us a follow on Little Beast Ninjas on Instagram or Facebook and follow along our little journey as we grow.
And we also have a website, www.littlebeastninjas.com.
Yes. And another thing actually, and we talked about some special events, and we have, it's been fun to develop some like specialized programs, and we've done a couple programs for girls. That is a little, more of a female, a girls empowerment program. And so we have done some of those, and, touching upon the topics of it's great to be strong and brave. I know when I was younger, I felt like I didn't, and I growing up as a dancer, I didn't, strong was a different meaning to me. And it didn't feel like it was okay to have muscles, and you were a dancer. You needed to be skinny. You needed to be tiny. You needed to fit in a little costume. And I didn't feel like I had the freedom, or I guess, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I didn't feel like I had those role models. And so for me, that's been really important to teach all of the kids, and not just girls, but boys too, but to teach that being strong is awesome and it's cool. And so we've had a lot of fun creating some programs about that for our students.
And we love telling the kids to show us their muscles.
Oh, yes.
So we have a lot of muscle shots and a lot of beast mode faces.
Oh.
Yes, beast mode and muscles.
So they give us their tough face.
Oh man, your tough face. I bet you get all sorts of faces.
Oh yeah. Oh, we get some really good tough faces from these little ones.
Yes, they love to go beast mode for sure.
I love that. That's really cool to hear. I love hearing about the programming, and obviously with Ninjababes, that's close to my heart. So I love that you're doing that and working that into your programming and your content.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun to be able to share our program. I mean, I think it comes across that Megan and I are just a tad excited about what we do. And
yeah.
and we're excited to keep growing. So we're so happy to be able to share this, and thank you for your interest.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad to have you on the show. And I love being able to spotlight what women in our community are doing. So I'm just super pumped to hear about everything and glad to share it with the rest of the world.
And thank you for what you are doing. We love it so much. And Megan and I were so excited when you reached out. And I mean, that is everything that we're about. And so please keep doing what you're doing. We love it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Be strong. Be you.
Be you.
Be a Ninjababe.
Oh, we need to do that again. That didn't work.
Ready?
Ready?
Go. Be strong.
Be you.
Be a Ninjababes.